There's a reason your coaching business feels harder than it should, and it's not your content, it's not your offer, it's not your work ethic. It's that you were handed a business model designed to keep you as the bottleneck and nobody told you. Every course you took, every mastermind, every guru who said just post more content or just run more ads or just raise your prices, they taught you to be a one-person agency and called it entrepreneurship. You became the marketing department, the sales team, the delivery team, the follow-up system, the content creator, the ad manager, the funnel builder, the copywriter, the closer, and the client success manager, all the same person, all at once, all the time. And I know what you're thinking. Yeah, but isn't that just what it takes? The logic isn't wrong. It's how most coaches operate, but it's also why most coaches can't get past 10, 20, or 30,000 a month without absolutely destroying themselves. Because what nobody's saying out loud is you don't have a revenue problem. You have an architecture problem, and the architecture problem keeps your revenue from ever being consistent. And there is a structural issue inside of your business that is single-handedly responsible for the income roller coaster, the feeling that growth is so much harder or just out of reach, and all of that confusion that you're probably feeling right now. And when you fix this one structural problem, and I'm going to show you exactly how your business stops being dependent on you, revenue becomes predictable, and you get your life back. So just give me a couple of minutes and I'm going to pull this up on screen and walk you through every component. And if we're just meeting for the first time, hi, I'm Chris Dufey. I built a multi-seven-figure coaching company, ran it and sold it. And then I did something most people in space never do. I went behind the curtain. I spent years inside of coaching businesses as their chief marketing officer, getting paid retainers up to $25,000 a month per business with 7, 8, and 9-figure info businesses, many of the names that you'd recognize. And what I found was the same broken machine in every single one of them. They were brilliant coaches, real results for their clients, good people doing good work, running on a business model that was never designed to scale without burning them alive. And across every business that I touched, over $52 million in coaching consulting revenue, the constraint was never the coaching. It was never the offer. It was never the marketing. It was the absence of a machine. So I built one. And after selling my coaching business, I grew a consulting offer to $1 million run rate in just 63 days. Then grew an agency to $200,000 a month in under 90 days. Same system, different business, same results. And the system is what I'm about to show you. Let me show you what I mean, because this is what most coaching businesses look like under the hood. And I call it the hustle and hope method. And if you're going to be honest with yourself, you're going to recognize your business somewhere on this side. You're randomly posting content. You're showing up on social media constantly, reels, carousel, stories, all the things that the gurus have told you to do. Some of it gets likes, almost none of it reliably turns into clients. And you're performing for an algorithm instead of building a pipeline. There's no funnel, or there's a broken one. Maybe you've got a website, maybe a landing page from 6 months ago, maybe a link in a bio that goes to a Calendly, but there's no actual system capturing leads, building trust, and moving people toward a conversation with you. Zero predictability, zero follow-up. And this is the one that costs you the most money and you don't even see it. A lead opts in, someone DMs you, and then what? Nothing. No email sequence, no SMS, no retargeting, no system keeping you in front of them. You know what happens to those leads. They go and buy from the coach who does the follow-up. And that is just a typical day of throwing money away at ads without having a system behind them. Because maybe you've tried med ads, maybe 3, 4, 5 grand at it, and you got a bunch of leads who then ghosted you and decided that ads don't work for your business. And the ads weren't the problem. The absence was everything that's supposed to happen after someone clicks, and that's the problem. Or what about your sales process, where you're working hard every day, but you don't have predictability? You don't have a system that tells you how many clients you'll sign on this month, how much money is going to hit your bank account. And that's stressful. And that is why it makes every month feel like you're starting over. Here's what I want you to hear clearly. You're good at what you do. Your clients get real results. The problem was never your coaching. The problem is you don't have a machine, and you were never shown how to build one because the people teaching you, they didn't have one either. And so now what I want you to imagine is something of what if, instead of you doing all of this yourself, you had a system that did it for you. Not an agency that you're paying $5,000 a month that just sends you a full of report of metrics, but there is nothing actually going into your bank account. Not another program with 47 modules in a Facebook group where everyone's confused together. I'm talking about a real system, a machine. Because imagine this, imagine every single day without you touching anything, your system is running ads to your ideal clients that you want to be working with, not random people, the exact people you love working with and who can actually afford to pay you for it. Those people click, they land on a page that's been built and tested to convert with your story, your proof, your mechanism, positioned in a way that makes them think this is the person that gets me. They watch a video, they book a call automatically while you're at the gym, while you're with your kids, while you're asleep. And now imagine everyone who didn't book, the majority, to tell you the truth, doesn't just disappear. A follow-up system kicks in, email, SMS, retargeting ads, all personalized, all automated, all based on their behavior and what it is that's going to be able to get them to engage. And when they do book a call, they show up to those calls pre-sold. They've already consumed your content, they've seen the case studies, they've read the proof, and the only question left is this the right fit for me? And now imagine on top of all of that, AI is handling your client delivery, your onboarding, your content, your community, the things that eat all of those hours up in the day running on autopilot. So your only job is to show up for a few calls a week and be brilliant at the thing that you're already brilliant at. Coaching, marketing handled, sales handled, delivery handled, your follow-up handled. So what does that do to your business? What does that do to your income? So let me walk you through it, because this is the full Rainmaker engine. This is the Rainmaker engine. This is what we build and install inside every business that we partner with. And there's 5 phases, 10 engines, 1 machine. And let me walk you through each one so you can see exactly what gets built for you. Now, phase 1 is attract. This is where your ideal clients first discover that you exist. Most coaches think this means post more content. It doesn't. It means posting strategically authority building content that positions you as the expert in your space and drives people to one place. We set up 2 engines here. Engine 1 is the authority content. We build a content system across your platforms that matter to your market. And this really only takes 3 to 4 hours a month to do it with our system. Then engine 2 is our top of funnel ad engine. This is our low budget, top of funnel paid ads where we write the copy, we build the creatives, we set up the targeting, we run the campaign specifically designed to put your message in front of the right people, to get them to raise their hand. And here's the key, because all of it, every piece of your content, your ad, your platform, it feeds into one place. Because phase 2 is multiple traffic sources into one system. We build and run it for you so you don't need to worry about any of that tech stuff. Phase 2 is capture, the DTO VSL funnel. It's probably the most important part of this entire engine, because this is where strangers become leads and leads become booked calls, and then book calls become great clients for you. So the way it works is when someone clicks from your content or your ads, they land on an opt-in page. Simple, clean, one job. Capture their name, email, and phone number. Then once they opt in, they hit a DTO VSL, video sales letter. It is a single, carefully crafted video that does 3 things. It builds trust, it educates them on how you can help, and it creates desire to take the next step. Because this video is not you talking for an hour, it's 8 to 15 minutes where we scripted every word chosen to move that viewer towards one action, booking a call with you. And then they hit that booking page, the calendar, book a call. It's all done. Now, some people will watch the video and book immediately. Brilliant. They go straight to phase 4, but most won't. And that's normal, and that's expected. And that's exactly why phase 3 exists, and why phase 3 is where most coaches are losing a fortune. Phase 3 is nurture, where we call it microwave your leads. And this is where most coaches have absolutely nothing. Why they're losing 80% of their leads that they're already paying for. So think about it. When someone opts in, they don't book a call right away. Maybe they got distracted. Maybe they weren't ready. Maybe they needed to think about it. And in most coaching businesses, that person, long gone. Forever. And so you paid to get them, and then you just let them walk away. Now, that doesn't happen in the Rainmaker engine. What happens instead is we have 4 engines running simultaneously to warm that lead until they're ready to buy. Engine 1 is an 11-day lead sequence, carefully written email and SMS sequence that goes out automatically, not generic newsletters. It is story-based, value-driven, messages designed to build trust, handle objections, and bring them back to book. Engine 2 is the binge bank. This is your long-form content library, curated videos, podcast episodes, case studies, all designed to increase minutes watched. Because the more time someone spends consuming your content, the more they trust you. The more they trust you, the more likely they are to buy. And we build this into the nurture flow so leads are consuming your best stuff automatically. And then engine 3 is what we call bottom of funnel ad engine, bottom of funnel retargeting ads. These are testimonial ads, case studies, objection handling ads, served specifically to the people who have already opted in, but they have not booked yet. And you stay in front of them everywhere, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. They can't forget you. They can't get away from you, because then when we have engine 4, which is our AI powered follow-up, automated personalized messages that go out based on what the lead has done, what pages they've visited, what emails they've opened, what content they've watched. This isn't mass-produced spam. This is targeted behavior-based outreach. And all 4 of these engines running at the same time, working on the same lead from different angles. Because here is what this means in like simple real-life terms. A lead opts in on Monday. They don't book. That's cool. But by Friday, they've received 3 emails, 2 SMS messages. They've seen your retargeting ads 4 times. They've watched 2 long form videos, and they've gotten a personalized text from your team. Do you think they're more likely to book a call? Obviously. This is why we call it microwaving your leads. We take cold leads and heat them up fast from every direction until they're ready. Now, phase 4 is convert, the closing system. By the time someone gets here, they're already 80% sold. The engine did the heavy lifting, the content built the trust, the nurture handled the objections, the retargeting kept you top of mind to them, and we build you a complete sales process. So pre-call positioning that gets your prospect showing up, ready to buy, a proven call framework where your team or yourself can follow, an automated onboarding that activates new clients fast. And if anyone's not ready yet, they don't disappear. They loop back into the nurture engine. So when they are ready, you're the person that they're calling. Because then there's phase 5, which is scale. And this is where it gets exciting, because once the engine is running, we optimize it. We track every single number, cost per lead, cost per book call, cost per conversation, cost per sale. You know exactly what's working and what isn't. And then we just simply improve it. We A/B split test your ads, we refine your messaging, we improve your show rates, your close rates, small improvements that compound into massive results. And then we build your SOPs, we document everything, we can train you and your team to run it so that you're never the bottleneck. And then we pour fuel on the fire because we increase ad spend on what's working. So adding new traffic channels, and then there's new launch offers, scaling with confidence because you know the numbers. Nothing is random. And so what you see that then what we've created for you is a flywheel. The system loops. The more you scale, the more data you get. The better it works, the more it scales. It feeds itself. And this isn't a campaign, and this is not a launch. This is a machine that's running for you 24/7, 365 days a year. Now, I know what you might also be thinking. You might be saying, Chris, this looks amazing, but it takes time to build. What about right now? I want cash and clients right now, Chris. Cool. Great question. That's exactly why we created our Fast Cash campaign. This runs in parallel why we're building the Rainmaker engine for you. During week 1, we launch a Fast Cash campaign to generate revenue immediately. It's simple. We identify your warm network, past clients, social media connections, email lists, people who already know you, and we craft a strategic outreach message that we start conversations, we get books calls, and we then have the closing system from phase 4 started. No ads needed, no funnel needed, just strategic conversation with the people who already trust you. We've had clients generate $10,000 to $30,000 from this alone. One client did $100,000 cash collected and increased MRR by $35,000 in just the first 7 days from starting. Now, I do not say that everyone's going to get those results, but that is a result that one of our clients has gotten just from using this cash campaign. Now, I want you to look at this, really look at it, because on the left, the hustle and hope method, there's chaos, broken pieces, random effort, there's no system, and there is a revenue roller coaster. On the right, the Rainmaker engine. Every piece is connected, every lead captured, every prospect nurtured, every call pre-sold, every number tracked. There's the same coach, same skills, same offer, completely different result. Because the difference was never about talent. It was never about working harder. It was about having a machine. So ask yourself, which side looks like your business right now? But more importantly, which side do you want to be on? And let me show you that this works, because I've done this with hundreds of coaches right now. One coach went on a holiday, only worked 1.5 hours and still made his full income. Another coach hit $1 million in profit each quarter. That's an extra $1 million in his personal bank account every 90 days. Another coach hit $201,000 for the month. To prove that you don't need a following, one coach signed 101 clients with only 600 followers. Another coach did 50,000 cash collected in just one morning. Another hit $133,000 in monthly recurring revenue. Another added $318,000 of cash collected in just 30 days. A starting coach signed 7 new clients in just 1 week using this system. Another starting coach did $12,000 in his first launch. Another gets a 13 times his ROAS, and that's a $1, $13 out system. And what I also love, a coach making great money, but more importantly, is getting guilt-free time with his family whilst his business is running smoothly. And then there's another coach that signed 5 new clients in 1 week, with each client paying him $800 a month. Plus, there's more and more and more and more and more, because the goal is simple. For every $1 you put in, you get 4, 8, 12 or more dollars back. Predictable, repeatable, and yours. So let me tell you exactly how this works, because we're not like anyone else in the space. We're not a course. I'm not going to sell you 47 modules to watch and wish you good luck to figure it out for yourself. We are not an agency. I'm not going to try and run your ads and send you a pretty report while your bank account stays flat. We are growth partners. We roll up our sleeves and build this machine with you, actually inside of your business, actually doing the work. Because here's what it's like. Week 1, our strategic deep dive is where we get on a call, find out exactly what it is that you need, and map out your custom Rainmaker engine, your offer, your positioning, your message, your numbers. We diagnose your specific constraint and design the machine around it. Week 2 to week 4 is the build. This is where we create all the copy, your ads, your landing pages, your video scripts, your emails, your SMS sequence, your DM scripts, all written for you, not by templates, custom. Then we build your entire funnel inside of Go High Level with the pages, automations, trigger, tagging, pixels, email sequence, SMS workflows, all of that tech stuff in parallel from when we are actually doing your fast cash campaign so that you get cash and clients quickly. Then there's weeks 5 through to 8, which is our launch and optimize. We launch your low budget ad campaigns. We track your scorecard every single week, knowing what's working, what to tweak, and when to scale. And by the end of this phase, you've got leads coming in, clients signing up, and clear numbers on how to grow your business. And you get 3 calls a week with me and my team answering your questions every single day, also supporting you every step of the way. And we purposefully only take on 20 clients a month because we have such personalized support. And look, you don't need to be technical, you don't need marketing experience, you don't need to know how to run ads or build funnels. We handle the build, we handle the tech, we handle the copy. You show up to the calls, give us the information about your business, and we do the rest. 8 weeks and that's it. Now, before I tell you what to do next, let me address the thing that you're probably thinking, which is, this sounds incredible, but I've heard incredible before and you've been burned before. And I know, most coaches who find us have already spent money on something that didn't work. A course that collected dust, an agency that collected retainers, a mastermind that collected egos. So we don't ask you to trust us, we ask you to test us, because here's our guarantee. We build the system. We show you it's generating leads. We show you it's booking calls. We show you the numbers. You see that it's working with your own eyes. And in 60 days, if you don't have a working funnel, ads generating leads, and clear acquisition numbers by then, we keep working with you for free until you do. We guarantee our work because it works. There is no risk for you. But before I let you go, let me tell you why I actually built this. Because I've got 4 daughters, 4, and they're growing up fast. And when I sold my last business, I made good money. But I also spent years being the guy who was always just finishing something or just always on a call, always in the business, always telling myself, next month I'll slow down. And I looked up one day and I realized my calendar owned me. I built a business that paid well, but had taken something else. So I built a system that brings in leads, makes sales, and lets me do the work that I love most. And that's what we build and install for our clients. I didn't build this to create another packed calendar. I built it because I wanted to take my girls to their dancing lessons. I wanted to pick them up from school. I wanted to be able to have lunch with a mate on a Tuesday for no reason. I wanted slow mornings to enjoy my coffee and not feel like I had to sprint to my laptop. I wanted a business that gave me my life, not the other way around. And that's what I want for you. Not just the revenue, although yes, the revenue matters, But the reason that you got into coaching in the first place is you wanted freedom. You wanted to do the work that matters to you on your terms. And somewhere along the way, the business has become the thing that took that from you. And it doesn't have to be that way. A machine doesn't need you to babysit it. It runs. You check in, you coach, you live your life, and that's the whole point. So, you know the drill is click the link somewhere around here. Book in your one-on-one demo with me and my team, and we'll be able to show you how this works inside of your business. Because you've got options. Option one, keep doing what you're doing. Keep posting and hoping, keep booking discovery calls with other coaches and agencies, keep riding the roller coaster. Maybe things get better, but probably stay the same. Option two, book a demo with us. We diagnose your specific constraint on the call. We show you exactly what your Rainmaker engine looks like inside of your business, and if it's a fit, we build the engine and the entire machine for you in just 8 weeks for predictable revenue, only doing 2 to 4 hour workdays. A system that runs whether you show up or not. And remember, we only take on 20 clients a month, and that's not a pressure tactic, it's a capacity constraint. We build this hand by hand inside of your business with a team that's generated $52 million in results. So click the link, book in your free demo call, and we'll take it from there.